Hello guys, so this is Unseen Box. I'm developing a game called Cube Mac, which is going to be a 2D camera view with 3D environment. It's going to be a mech game where you can pick up cubes and place them to make your own mech that can move with being cubes like a cube engine and cube power and so on. These cubes I haven't started coding the logic yet because I'm working on the movement, logic, and animation. What I want to talk about is the animation for crouch, crouch up, crouch down, and moving while crouching animation. So you have two ways to go about it. Either you make, or other words, hard code the whole thing. So basically, when player presses the C button, you make the player size smaller and lower the movement speed. Or option B, an advanced and detailed crouching system is to make a crouch down, crouch up, and crouching movement alongside the code for it. So you can see here, this is the advanced version. I have crouch up, crouch down, and I have movement while crouching animation. So I'm setting it on a loop. This is why it's moving even I'm standing still. I'm going to fix it later. But what I want to talk about is specifically the animator. Like I mentioned before, you need to make a crouch down, crouch up, and moving while crouching animation. But the question is, how do you set up these transitions? How do you set up transitions for a lot of animations? So if you think about it logically, most people, what will they do? The mistake they will make is they make a transition from animation clip back to another. That is not the case in this example. In this example, I already have a crouch up animation and crouch down animation, so I don't need to make transition from crouch back to idle because I already have a crouch up animation. So what I'm saying is, when player can only trigger the animation when he is in idle state. So if player wants to crouch down, he needs first of all the condition. The condition are the crouch down trigger to play the clip of animation, and is crouching boolean to basically tell the code, hey, the player is crouched down, lower his movement speed. So first of all, you play the trigger for the crouch down animation. So player now is crouched, and if you want to make him move while crouching, like I said before, you need to make animation for movements while crouching down, and the triggers and conditions for it. There is no conditions, just a boolean, that is crouching true, and is crouch walking true to trigger the animation loop. But what about exiting the crouch, meaning going back to idle, going back to player object standing? In this case, we already have a crouch up animation. So what do we need to do? It's basically tell the script, give it a transition from crouch as a crouch moving to the crouch up animation, and give the transition saying is crouching false, and play the crouch up animation. Same thing here for the crouch. So let me explain a little bit. So if player is moving while crouching and wants to get up, you do a transition directly to the crouch up, is crouching false, and play the crouch up animation. And if player is just sitting there crouching and wants to get up, you do the same thing. Crouch up, trigger player crouch up, trigger, and is crouching false. And the crouch up has no condition, just an exit time back to the idle. So what will that look like? Basically this. Yeah, thank you for watching.